I look around, and I see new faces, new names. Somebody has not been following the rules of the EgoCast, but we'll excuse it for now. Shit. I have in my hot little hand my phone, and upon my phone I have saved position a comment from one of you people that I have not seen before, so I'm going to guess new person. I'm going to call this person a part of the Tim crowd, in so much as this guy obviously did not come from Bering. I'm guessing he came from Tim. You'll understand why as I read the comment. But I'm not going to do what I normally do. Believe it or not. I have absolutely no reason really to yell or scream or get frustrated or upset or any of that. This guy whose comment I'm going to answer, he gave me points. Like, they're not great points, they're not good points, but they're points. He didn't insult me. He didn't belittle me. He said, alright, we're going to have an honest talk. Let's have an honest talk. And he put out points. And I'm like, holy shit. And I left just kind of a comment because it was a lot. And I'm sitting on my phone, and more I thought of it, I was like, this is definitely something I want to bring to the class. Because it illustrates more than just the points. If you think about it deep enough, and we're all deep thinkers here, right? If you think about it deep enough, this goes into my research on the mass delusion that is happening. The thing that we're all going through. The fractured reality. This is another just little piece of that puzzle, I think. But this is a good piece. This is a good piece of the puzzle, man. This is huge as far as I'm concerned. This taught me a lot because the dude gave me points, not insults. He didn't just tell me I was a fucking moron. He actually listed out thoughts, like coherent, tangible, as in I could actually wrap my fucking mind around them. Like, he actually gave me non-bullshit, non-CNN talking points. Just real it's his thoughts. It was actually his thoughts. So, yeah, if you clicked on this thinking, oh shit, here we go. No. I'm going to read his comment, and I'm going to answer his comment politely, because I have no reason to do anything else. This is going to be new for all of us. Shit. I'm stalling because I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to fucking do this. Alright. Before we begin, though, I have a sponsor. I have a new sponsor. We're announcing him today. First, a word from our sponsor.
Secondly, we're in a situation where we have put together, and you guys did it for the President Obama's administration before this. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
My new sponsor, Joe Biden. Everybody give him a round of applause for Joe. I honestly thought for 2 days about what the fuck I'm going to even say to that, but what do you even say to that? Like, Is there anything, like, no matter what you think when you hear that, everybody's at least thinking, "Aw, dude, what are they doing?" Like, if that's enough, right there. That's just enough. It doesn't really matter beyond that. Fucking, there's just really not much to say to that shit. So, we're going to talk about something worth talking about. Alright. So, as usual, no names or anything like that because I get in trouble sometimes. Yo, man, about the debate. We're keeping it real, right? Absolute. That's the only way I want to keep it, is real. Birds! He capitalized the word. I'm going to scream. Trump comes off so ignorant when he talks about it. I live in Colorado, a very green and blue state where there are literally thousands of windmills, and they are great for the environment. Alright. They do mess with birds, but mostly eagles, hawks, and others that make nests at the top of them. And they get hacked the fuck up. The state wildlife takes care of them, I think. He makes it sound like there are bird carcasses lying around everywhere. If he explained it clear, it would come off better. Well, look. I'm going to quote for you exactly what he said. And I'm going to do my best to capture his inflection when he said it. Alright? He said, windmills are terrible. I don't remember exactly how he led into it. But he said, they do this, they kill all the birds. And that was exactly what he said. They kill all the birds. Right? He's just listing off a whole bunch of stuff that they do that he doesn't like. And one of them is they kill all the birds. Now, when I heard him say that, the picture that flashed into my head was a windmill turning, right? And a bird flying into it, and then a poof of feathers, right? Like that was all I saw, and I went, Jesus Christ, that's terrible, right? You, however, pictured all the birds flying into that same windmill that I pictured. Like, all the birds. And then you had, like, littered a battlefield, thousands of birds, just all dead, all over the ground. That was the image that it conjured up when he said that to you. I saw one bird and thought that was awful. You took, it kills all the birds, to literally mean it kills all the birds. Like, you know what I mean? It's two different realities we're looking at here. He said they kill all the birds, and you said that he came off ignorant there. Because he makes it sound like there are bird carcasses lying around everywhere. Did he? Because that wasn't what I pictured. I pictured one bird turning from a happy flying bird into a big poof of feathers. And I thought that was awful. But you're fine with it as long as it's eagles and hawks and others that make their nests in high places. You do know that birds that make their nests in high places like that, the eagles and the hawks and shit, they're usually the ones that are endangered. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of confusing your point of view on this, because the way you say it, it doesn't sound ignorant. It just sounds awful. Like you're fine with it killing a bunch of birds. How is that even good for the environment? You know, we do live in like an ecosystem here, wherein things are reliant upon other things. You know, birds do serve a purpose. And if we put windmills up all over the place, thousands of windmills, let's say one bird flies into one of those windmills every day. That's thousands of birds every day. and it's only one bird per windmill. That's bad. Dude, if it was anything else, dying at a rate of thousands per day, we would be very upset. Humans right now are dying at the rate of thousands per day, and we're very upset. I mean, see, do you just not give a fuck about the birds? Is that your point there? They're good for the environment, so fuck the birds? It's just, or do you just hate eagles and hawks and other birds that make their nests on top of them? Like, fuck them, right? Fuck eagles and hawks. Who needs them for anything? I don't know, man. Maybe if you explained your point of view clearer, it might come off a little bit better, but it sounds like you don't give a fuck about the birds because it's not millions of birds littered all over the place. Well, have you gone and looked? That's just an honest question. Have you actually gone and looked? I don't know. I'll Google around and see if I can find a picture, but I mean, I'm just going to Google around, and the first picture I find of the bottom of a fucking windmill with birds all over the fucking place underneath it, I'm going to be like, there you go. But I'm not even going to know how valid that shit is. I ain't taking it myself. I don't fucking know. But nevertheless, how many birds is okay with you? Because I saw one bird turn into a puff of feathers and I thought it was awful. And you're like, it's just fucking hawks and eagles and shit. I don't know, dude. That just sounded bad. But anyways, all right, to go on with it. But those jobs pay $40 an hour to start in the solar fields to tighten bolts and maintenance. Those are good jobs. Just imagine laying the new Hyperloop lines all over the country, brother. Alright, well, first of all, the Hyperloop, look at what they're doing with it now. Fucking nothing. They're doing nothing with it. You want to know why? Because it doesn't work. It's a dumb idea from the concept. It's a dumb idea from the concept. It's stupid. No. It's not going to work. A pressurized tube is not going to work. They still haven't figured out how to make it work, and they ain't doing dick with it. You want to know why? Because they're sending rockets up into space with actual astronauts now. It's far more lucrative because it actually works. They ain't doing the Hyperloop. If you think the Hyperloop is going to be a thing, you need to start looking at what they're actually doing with it now, which is fuck all. So, no Hyperloop. That ain't happening. They've been debunking the fucking Hyperloop for years now. Check out some Thunderfoot. He's got like 6 fucking videos about why the Hyperloop is stupid. And the last video I saw from him, he actually went to it and saw it all fucking rusted out on the inside and shit. Dude, it was sad. But yeah, $40 an hour to start in the solar fields. Wow. $40 an hour to tighten bolts and maintenance? I think you're grossly underestimating what it takes to maintain those things. And, dude, I don't care if it's $100 an hour. It's a shit power system. It's shit. Solar's shit. That's why we don't use it. Dude, I don't know how old you are. But when I was in middle school, that was when they put up the solar power thing for a light. It was one light. It was a solar power panel that turned on one light at night. One light. That was it. The solar panel was about this wide. So, I mean, it was good sized, right? It was a big solar panel. And it turned on one light and kept it on all night long. That was it. When I was a kid, they did that shit. And you want to know why? It wasn't because anybody thought in their wildest fucking dreams we were ever going to actually go to solar. It was because it was cool to see solar panels working. It's totally fucking unrealistic and doesn't work well, but hey, we got one, right? It was just a neat thing. I think it was donated to us from the fucking university because they were dicking around with them. Just for giggles. The solar panels don't fucking work, man. And the best example I have for it, there was, I'm sure anybody, well, again, a lot of you don't watch the commercials on YouTube, and I highly recommend you do because they're hysterical. There was this one commercial where they had a phone protector. It was about that big, you know, I mean, honestly, I can't even get my fingers stretched far enough to even give you a really good estimate of how much bigger than the fucking phone it actually was. But I mean, it was fucking giant. It was this giant fucking thing. It turned your phone into a brick. It was like 3 times the size. Your phone would get 3 times bigger if you put your phone in this fucking thing. And it was a solar panel, right? And it was supposed to be able to charge your phone for you, right? Now, the solar panel was the charger. It charged your phone. You plug your phone into it, you know, you put it into it and it charges it off of the battery in the phone case thing, right? And it had a big solar panel on the back, and that was how you could charge the battery pack. Get it? You understand? Am I being clear? I hope I'm being clear. Your phone, fucking throw the phone away. It's a big old fucking battery pack that you're supposed to plug your phone in and it'll charge your phone. It has a solar panel on it that charges the battery inside the battery pack that charges your phone. And they actually, I don't know why they did it, but I only ever saw the commercial one fucking time, so I'm sorry. I couldn't record it for you because I only saw it the one fucking time and you can't rewind in the goddamn things. So, and at the time I just didn't care enough to fucking go into it because I just kind of thought we were all on the same page with solar, but whatever, we're not. So, but they said that to charge the battery pack, if you plugged it into the wall, now this is not your phone, this is the pack with the solar panel on it, right? Battery that charges your phone in the pack with the solar panel. If you plug that in the wall, it will charge the battery pack in an hour and a half. Right? And they said if you put it in the sun, it'll only take 9 hours to charge your phone pack. The battery pack. So, that is why, that is the heart of the reason why solar is not gonna become a thing. It isn't just because we don't want to. Like, it isn't just because Republicans don't want to. That's not the fucking reason why. It's because it's not as good. It's nowhere fucking near as good as oil and gas and like real electricity and shit. It's nowhere near as good. That's the difference. I plug the battery pack into the fucking wall and coal power will charge it in an hour and a half. Or I can set it out in the sun before I go to work, and when I come back home, it'll be ready to charge. 9 hours! You get it? It's not because we don't want to, it's because it's shit. It's literally shit. You can't make a solar panel big enough to fit on a house to actually charge that house for the fucking day. You would literally have to panel the entirety of the fucking house in solar panels, and we would have to get 3 more suns. So, hey, you know, if you guys want to keep living the dream of solar panels and hyperloops, man, go ahead. But it doesn't work. Like, it just, I can't even begin to try and describe it for you more. A pressurized tube firing people at an extraordinarily high rate of speed is never going to be good. It's never going to fucking happen. It's just not. And solar panels don't work. We've known this for literally decades. So that's all I've kind of got, as I can imagine laying it and watching it rust away to shit. But that's about all that's going to happen. I love the flag, though. That's awesome. All right. Oil. Oh, shit. What'd I do? Oil. Biden did change his mind. Then he puts in parentheses lie. But it'll take so long to implement, people don't care. Trump supporters are hanging on to this, thinking that his sudden admittal will sway voters, and then he puts in parentheses again, like the Rudy/Hunter Biden hoax. But it won't. Fast tactics turn voters off. Alright, so Biden changed his mind, and now he wants to get rid of oil. But, like I said before, there's nowhere to go. Wind is for shit. It's not windy enough. Like, I get it, Colorado. Awesome. You're at a very fucking high elevation. You know that, right? Like, the air where I'm at in Ohio isn't as dry and fucking awful as it is in Colorado, because I'm not as fucking high up. Also, water tends to stay around in puddles for sometimes fucking weeks, depending. You probably never see that shit, do you? No, you don't. And usually, like, when snow falls, it goes away really fucking fast, right? Like, you can get a blizzard in the fucking morning and that'll be gone by the afternoon, right? Yeah, my brother and sister live in Colorado. I understand what Colorado is. I know where Colorado is. It's very fucking high. You're at a very high elevation. You have a lot of wind there. But you ain't powering the fucking rest of the country. You ain't powering Colorado with your wind energy. You have literally thousands of them, yet you still have oil and coal burning plants. Why? Because the shit don't fucking work. And if you want to see a great example of why we're never going to be going away from oil and gas, why that shit's just not going to fucking happen, look at California. You heard of rolling blackouts? Where they say, okay, this area you're not allowed to have any more power because otherwise we got to shut the whole fucking grid down because we're running out. That is another thing that has been going on for decades. Since literally like the 2000s. Like the year 2000. Like literally since then. They've been having this rolling blackout fucking problem in California. Because they tried to switch over to shit that doesn't fucking work. And now they're still doing rolling blackouts, but they have to not only do the rolling blackouts because their fucking power infrastructure's for shit because they're trying to do shit that doesn't fucking work, but on top of that, they're setting fires because their actual power infrastructure, the one that actually works, has been neglected for years and years and years because they've been trying to do this horse shit that doesn't fucking work as well. So now the power lines are all for shit, the power poles are all for shit, they're starting to sink, they're starting to fall over, the lines touch the fucking ground, fires. You take on top of that their other fucking brilliant ecological idea of not doing forest maintenance anymore. So now you got nothing but a bunch of dead trees and dead brush all over the place because they don't fucking do anything with it. You get a drought, it fucking piles up. And you get another year of drought, it piles up. You get another year of drought, it piles up. And then all of a sudden, you've got big leaf dead piles everywhere. And all it takes is one shitty power line that hasn't been fucking maintained for decades. Because, Jesus, why can't we get this solar shit working? It ain't gonna happen. Like, it just isn't going to happen. And the Rudy Hunter Biden hoax, dude, there is now a corroborated witness. There is literally a corroborated witness. He's testifying before our government now. You gotta stop with that shit. Because it's gonna be really bad for you when that delusional little bubble actually has to pop. Which is gonna fucking happen, buddy. So, and I don't get the fast tactics turn voters. I don't even get, what is the fast tactics? What does that even mean? I don't even get what that even means. This is probably my favorite paragraph. Biden's Republican answer. It was a correct answer, and he knocked it out of the park, and it had an impactful moment on America. Tell you why. Mitch has been in power forever. He said in the early days of Obama, my goal is to allow nothing to get passed. On live TV, America knows there is 400 plus pieces of legislation on his desk right now, brother. Other than that, Trump could have answered the race. Oh, that's getting into a new topic. Okay, so, all right, look. That isn't the correct answer. It's a little bitch answer. I believe I said that. Which video is this that you're... Which video is this that you're talking about? Oh, shit, no, I lost you. Oh, there it is. Yeah, no. I said I pretty much addressed that in this video. It was a bitch answer. So, all right, if his Republican answer is the correct answer, then you want to know what his answer was? If the Republicans still have control of the Senate, sorry, America, I'm not going to do any of this for you. That was his answer then. If I don't win the presidency and the Senate, I will get fuck all of this done for you. Because I can't get anything through a Republican Senate. And Donald Trump's response was where it got, that was the ball you saw flying over the fence, was Donald Trump's response. You got to work with them, Joe. You got to make a deal. That's how Donald Trump has been able to do just about anything. Because he's figured out how to make deals. And the only reason he hasn't gotten shit done this year is because it's an election year. They have every reason not to let him get over on anything. But, so, hey, you watched a totally different version of the fucking debate than I did. And just because it's sitting on Mitch's desk doesn't mean it's not a steaming pile of shit that's full of a whole bunch of nonsensical horse shit. Most of which really isn't anybody in government's business. Like Nancy Pelosi is wanting to force businesses to have diversity shit with their boards and stuff like that. Governments don't get to say what happens with private enterprise. Period. That's... no. That is unconstitutional. And she wants to do that. So every bill that horse shit is in is going to sit on Mitch's desk and go fucking nowhere because it's unconstitutional. They can't fucking pass it because somebody's going to sue and it's going to get fucking overturned. So what's the point? You're spinning your wheels. So no, he's not going to pass shit legislation. And just because it's sitting on his desk doesn't mean he has to. Just like when Obama, nominated Merrick Garland, he didn't have to listen to him. He said no. That's what he's doing with that 400 plus bills. He's saying no, this is shit. Come back to me with something better. Now here's the real question. Why are the Democrats just letting him sit on his fucking desk? Why aren't they trying to make a deal on it? Why aren't they saying, well, what's wrong with this one? Why won't you pass it? What can we do to make it better? What can we do to get you to pass it? How can we meet somewhere? Trump could have answered the race relations question better. The talk, and he has that in quotes, that's where he's losing, and the Dems will keep pushing that narrative. I don't know. That's all a bunch of the talk. I don't even know what that is. I thought when I first read it, I thought you were talking about the talk show, and I'm like, is that even still on? Like, that's all like leftist jibber jabber. I don't fucking understand that. That's not real world stuff. I'm not a Trump or Biden fan. I just don't want anyone to lose everything they have because they got cancer. It changed my life after working for 22 years and having United Healthcare insurance. I had to file bankruptcy, lost my house. Yep, I'm one of those people. So you had cancer. Well, United Healthcare is for shit, man. I got them now too, and I don't like them at all. They're fucking awful. Yeah, that sucks, man. But they're not going to pay that shit back to you retroactively, so you're still going to be in the same fucking position you are. Like, it sucks for everybody, but you're alive. Because I have proof of that. Like, and that sucks. That sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that kind of shit, that's a heartbreaking anecdote. That's about the only thing I've got for you there. Oh, and then you commented that you thought I was going to reply. It takes me sometimes days because I don't fucking sit there and look at the fucking thing. But I'm replying to you now. So, there you go. That's my honest response to your questions. I said I wasn't going to yell, and I got passionate at points, and I wasn't yelling at you. I was just getting loud. But yeah, like I don't know, man. Like, a lot of stuff here. I mean, I really wish I understood what you're talking about in the race relations question. Yeah, his answer could have been better. I don't get the talk. I don't understand what the talk is. Like, you put that in quotes. I don't get what that is. So, I don't know. I don't even know how to address that part. I wish I could give you a better answer than that's leftist jibber jabber, and it's not real world stuff, but I don't know what any of that means. The talk, what is that? What are we talking about? The talk about racism? Nobody's stopped talking about racism for like 60 years now. So what talk do we need to have? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get this. So help me out with that. You gotta leave me something here, and the Pim Tool shit was in the beginning of the video. You didn't hear that? He left me a voicemail message, and I played it for you. Boo! Alright.